Welcome everyone. Thank you all for tuning in. We are here in our 9th month.
Wow. 9th.
Yeah, 9th retwist, 9th month. And we have been vlogging this journey. If you're not familiar, if you're just tuning in, I am Yate Keaton, also known as Yate the Barber Stylist. This is Diane.
Yes.
And she has been on this lock journey for 9 months now. And we've been vlogging it. We just thought out of the blue right before you actually started. We started with the consultation. Then we did like a 2-week check-in after you got your initial locks installed.
Yeah.
And ever since then, we've been vlogging this journey. It's organic. It's, we haven't like, okay, you say this, I say that. It's really organic. We just thought that this would be a good opportunity to share from someone who's had locks for the very first time. For me as a barber stylist, still in, I guess you would call the early stages of my career, because I'm less than 5 years. I'm more than 3, less than 5, so it's a little over 4. But I'm still less than 5 years in the industry professionally. However, I grew up in the industry. I've been around it before I was even born. And what I mean by that is my mom was a stylist, and that is all I know of the hair industry, which brings me to my book, A Heritage of Hair. It's a story that talks about hair history. It also talks about how hair has always been a part of my life, and the life-changing event that put me back on course to pursuing hair and getting back in touch with my first love. So I get a second chance at my first love. So that's this book, which also brings me to, I'm an award-winning author. I'm gonna get back to the lock journey. So this kind of carries on into that. I'm an award-winning author, a Lit Star Book Awards winning author in 3 categories: first-time author, book cover design, and published with a purpose, social awareness. So for those of you who have your book, I only have so many seals, but if you have a book, you've purchased a book from me, DM me, let me know. I will get you your seal for your book. And if you would like for me to sign your book, if you send it to me with a self-addressed envelope that's already prepaid, I will put the seal on it, sign it, and get it back to you. So just DM me that info, and I'll get it to you. But nonetheless, this is the book. It can be found on Amazon. Amazon Finds, it is one of Amazon Finds. Everything on Amazon is one of Amazon's finds. But
cool.
If you have Amazon Prime, then you can get it in 2 days. So with this journey, she is 39 weeks and 4 days.
Yeah.
4 days. And we was talking about it going to lunch. That's like, because I told her, I say, did you know you were 39 weeks and 4 days? She was like, wow. I've been keeping up with the days, the weeks and the days, but she was like, that's a pregnancy. Yep, it is. That's a full-term pregnancy.
Yeah.
40
full-term.
weeks to 39, 40 weeks. A baby can survive after, outside of the womb at that time. But she is 39 weeks and 4 days, and today we're going to just kind of talk about her journey thus far. I'm going to share some things with you that I've experienced here in the last, I want to say 2 weeks, with some things that I've seen, some things that I experienced. And I said that I was going to do a live on it, but I've gotten so busy. But I'm going to share an experience that I had here recently with some lock extensions. But we're going to get to her experience, find out what's been going on. Your hair looks great. Haven't had taken any pictures. It really looks good. It looks good, you all. So how has it been? How has it been? What's been going on?
It's been good, but I've definitely noticed by like the 3rd week, I'm ready for my retwist. But I try to, of course, only keep it at 4 weeks. Like, don't try to do it, say, ahead of time. But I feel like at 3 weeks, 4 weeks, I'm ready.
You ready?
And I feel like I'm definitely getting to the restless point of like, when will this be solid? When will this be like official? But for the most part, I'm still patient.
Okay.
I'm still trusting the process, but it's still like, okay, now I'm getting to I'm kind of ready.
You ready for them to be solid all the way through.
But
but they look good. I can see that they are becoming more solid, more firm. But of course, your hair is softer texture. It's not as dense, which is why together, which she thought about it first, and I just agreed that 2-strand twist would be the best method for her to start. And many of you know, there are many ways to begin your starter lock journey, whether it be through comb coils, 2-strand twists, and I'm just naming a few. It's not all inclusive. This is just a few of them. I mainly do comb coils. 2-strand twists is the second one that a lot of my clients, or the clients whom I've started their locks, tend to go to. Lock extensions, I have not done that. I choose not to do them at this time. I will do lock repairs, but I kind of minimize how many I'm doing because it does take a lot of time. I'm considering it, especially after this one experience that I'm going to talk to you all about after, we kind of get through this. But lock extensions is another form of starting your locks. There are many different pros and cons about it. I'm with for whatever you want. As long as it's healthy, long as you're committed to the process and you're being patient with the process. That's just me. Which brings me to, we finished the ebook.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to get that up and running. Actually, before I release it, I'm going to do another one to complement this particular ebook. But I did write an ebook, and it's done. But nonetheless, So I'm glad to hear that you're trusting the process, you're enjoying the process. I can see how you're ready for them to, to be a little more solid throughout the strand of the lock. That's understandable. Understandable.
Yeah.
And once I go through and we check them out, you getting there, because I can look at them and tell they're becoming solid. Further and further along the strand of the lock. The ends usually take a little bit more time, especially if the hair is a little fine and not as dense. It still takes some time, which is why again we recommended 2-strand because that helps with them becoming solid. I'm gonna say sooner. Versus with the comb coils, it's really hollow, so they have to go through that process of I call them finding. I don't know why I like to use that, but finding their way,
That.
So
instead of that dense, I think that's why I am ready for them to be solid, because I feel like because my hair is not too dense, there's times where I notice certain parts, especially the ones that are smaller, the way I sleep on it, it'll kind of have like a curve to it that I don't want, where I'm like, no, fit in like perfectly, a certain way, but I'm like, that only happened because you're not dense. Because if you were dense, you would have.
They'll be a lot thicker.
Right. But it's fine. I look at it and then I'm like, all right, it's finding its way, like you say. And also, I'm already thinking about color, but not like permanent color. Like I would love to wear ombre at some point when my hair is solid. But I would love for you. We have on record for you to figure out how to maybe wrap the ends with maybe another hair versus coloring my hair. I'm open to coloring, but at the same time, I don't know, like yarn. Not even like.
We do have kinkier textured hair. That comes in multiple colors. I would have to. I don't pay attention to it when I'm in there. Because I do extensions, but I don't do them to the point where I'm up on every little nuance of, oh, we got this hair and we got it in all these colors. We got it in this hair, we got it in all these colors. But
Could you find it not in here? I don't know, because now that I'm on my lock journey, I don't know if I like the idea of other hair in my hair. So maybe like yarn.
Well, if it's yarn, of course, you can get it in various colors.
Yeah, because I'm also realizing as I grow my hair, I'm sensitive to having other energy on me.
Okay.
Well.
Gotcha.
So I don't know, and maybe we don't have to do all the locks. Maybe we could just,
do a few, do a couple here and there, almost like a highlight.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
So I'm thinking about styling.
Okay, y'all heard that? She said she got it's on record. She asking me about this, y'all. She's always challenging me in a good way. So we'll figure it out. And that will be seen, okay? We'll get some video footage of that.
Yeah.
But speaking of adding hair, this moves me into lock extensions. So I had a new client that came in to see me a few weeks ago. And the gentleman came in, had his locks, wanted me to do a retwist and style, showed me the style, and I was examining the hair, of course. First, I do a quick overview of the head before I take them to the bowl, especially if it's a new client. And oftentimes when it's a retwist, not saying that the consultation isn't there, it's just not as extensive as it would be as if I was doing starter locks for the very first time. So I looked through his hair, everything looked good on the surface. I'm just going to say on the surface, because once I got to the shampoo bowl and I was shampooing his hair, I noticed that the locks were coming out. And how I shampoo my locks, I use the pads of my fingers, which you're supposed to. I have clients that want me to scratch their scalp, but you can call tears in the scalp when you use your nails. You're supposed to use the pads of your fingers, and any professional know this. You still get a good shampoo with the pads of your fingers. But nonetheless, I also take the locks and I don't rub them together, because it's about me respecting the locks. And I just have this, I would say, affinity with hair. I just have this respect for hair. I really look at the hair and see what it would have me to do with it in terms of styling. Even when I'm cutting, you have cowlicks and different patterns, and the hair grows in different directions, which you may not know unless you actually shave your head bald. Then you can see how the hair really grows or really lays. But nonetheless, I was shampooing the actual locks, not working the scalp. So I was taking them and I was kind of squeezing them together like this, as if you had taken out debris, or taking out product, trying to squeeze the product out. So I was doing it in a gentle manner, but I noticed, I was like, one lock came out. I'm like, okay, what's going on? So I said, what's going on, with your hair? And long story short, he told me that he had his locks reattached. And I'm like, okay. So that put a note in my head. Oh, let me file this in the back of my head. So I continued to shampoo him and brought him back to the chair. So I instantly gave him the mirror, because now that I know this, I want to go in and just kind of assess it a little bit more, because by that time, 2 of them had come out, which I know that they weren't attached properly.
Okay.
Because he said he had them reattached for quite some time. So I sat him down, got the mirror, handed him the mirror. So while I was examining his hair again, I began to show him where the weak spots were with the locks. And you can see them. Whoever did it, I'm just going to get straight to the point. whoever did the locks didn't do the best job of reattaching them. And it bothered me because I'm sure he paid a good amount of money for it. Which brings me to, and this is just on me, I can't speak for nobody else. If there's a service that I know I cannot do, I will not do it. Now, if it's something that I am comfortable with doing, but might not have done it in a while, or don't do it on a regular basis, then we'll talk about it, and then you can decide if you want me to continue with that process. Example, when I did did your hair in that style, and you was like, the passion twist, and you was like, I know you can do it because you part well, you're very meticulous, this, that, and other. Yep. And honestly, it actually worked out. The reason why I didn't want to do it because I don't do it on a regular basis. So honestly, I didn't have enough confidence in myself to do it, even though I knew that I could do it.
And I also want to add something. Okay. You even went above my expectations because I was just thinking crochet.
Right.
This style is right here. Done braided each one and attached each.
And that's because her hair is long. So when I looked at it and the money that she was spending, I wanted to ensure not only did it look great, but that she got her money's worth with it. And I wasn't satisfied, even though she couldn't tell the difference, but I could tell the difference. Listen. So, yeah. Anyway.
First and foremost, I paid crochet prices. So, even the price of you went above and beyond. I'm just saying, because what you did was above what I expected, which I appreciate. But yeah, that's why with me, if I want something, I'd rather you figure it out because I know it's going to be.
I'm gonna put my all. I'm gonna do my best to do a great job with it because it's just who I am, and I always tell my clients, I think I'm finally, I'm where I'm supposed to be in this time, in this season of my life, because my personality and how I approach things really fit me being in this industry. Yeah. Call it OCD, call it, they say perfectionist, I say meticulous, but I'm willing to accept it all because in this industry, not that it doesn't matter in other industries, but precision, just making it look as perfect, as great, as finalized